Hi everyone, my name is Seema. Welcome back to my channel, Garden a Little, and today I want to walk around and do week 3 garden update. Let's go. As you might see, there are some updates here. I staked up my tomatoes today and they are looking so good, guys. I am so excited for this growing season. The tomatoes are tied up. They're looking much better than they were doing last week. The new growth is coming and it's looking much healthier. We got plenty of blooms coming up. I don't know if I showed you last time, but my grow bag was standing on the other side of the garden and I had some potatoes coming up here. Well, yesterday I decided to bury my potatoes one more time because that's how you grow potatoes. Hopefully they will grow nice and big and produce a ton of potatoes because that will be exciting. And then right on this side I have my pepper bed and I planted some more leftover tomatoes in this bed just because peppers, in my experience, they don't take up a lot of room. So let me show you how it looks like. My peppers are doing very well with the exception of this guy right here. I am not sure what is happening. I did not treat this guy any different than the others, and look at this, it's like literally crumbling. There are leaves that are just falling off and just dry. I don't know what is happening. There's no pests on it or anything, so it's just one pepper. The rest of them are looking pretty healthy. I got some blooms forming, so that is super exciting. And these are my leftover tomatoes that I did not have a heart to throw away. So they are growing and I got some blooms forming here too. So that is super exciting. As you can see, I have not installed the trellis yet, but my cucumbers and cucamelons are doing super well. My cucumbers are doing pretty well. They're growing. My biggest cucumber has been taken down by some pests, literally just chopped in half. RIP little guy, gave him a little grave here. But otherwise, these cucumbers are growing. Look at this little baby tendril trying to be born. Look at this guy right there. So cute. But looks like the cucumbers are going to come up, and in no time, hopefully I'll have this beautiful trellis that connects my cucumbers with cucamelons, because look at this guy. He is going places. He is going places. I am so excited for cucamelons because look at this. Look at these little buds. Look at this little cucamelon forming. I am just ecstatic that it's actually working. I think this is a spot where I actually dropped a few cucamelon seeds because this cucamelon died. So looks like we're gonna have some more plants, and look at that. He is going places, yes. So cucamelons are definitely ready for trellis. Cucumbers can wait another couple of weeks, but hopefully we'll get that installed here soon. Another rogue tomato that I just plotted in here because I didn't have a heart to throw it away. My peppers are doing fantastic in this bed, better than my pepper bed. And we got some blossoms going. Look at that purple blossom. Amazing. My basil that I sprinkled in this corner is doing great. My flowers, most of them are zinnias. They're coming up. Not too much in this bed, but in this cucamelon bed, I have many more zinnias coming up here. And peppers looking mighty fine. More blossoms forming. Looking good. After I shoot this garden tour, I'm going to go ahead and water everything. I have not mulched my garden yet. I am looking for a good source of mulch. Ideally, I want straw mulch, but I don't know what I can find in my area. So right now, I have to water my garden every day because it is hot and there is no covering on the ground. So if you have an option to mulch, go for it. Mulch. My strawberry bed is looking pretty good. All the strawberries are waking up. I have one casualty, and it's this guy. Just completely dried up and died. I don't know why. because it was doing fine. But otherwise, all the other strawberries are doing good. I even have some flowers. And I know you're supposed to pinch off the flowers to have a better harvest the following year, but I don't know. I don't have a heart for that. And then moving on to my fastest growing bed, which are my cherry tomatoes. Again, they're all staked up and looking pretty. Starting here, here's my little basil. I already started harvesting some just so it bushes out, but my cherry tomatoes are doing mighty fine. My biggest one is this rainbow cherry, and it has just tremendous amount of blossoms already set, and I think this is going to be my first tomato. Once I harvest a tomato, and if it's not from that particular tomato, leave me a comment below and saying, hey, remember you said this is going to be your first tomato, because I think that would be pretty cool to see which tomato will produce first. And then right next to my cherry bed is my zucchini bed. So as you can see, zucchinis have taken off and I absolutely love it. It's so good to see. I pruned some bottom leaves just so it has some air circulation here, but look at these little buds getting ready to set here. That's amazing. My watermelons, I'm not sure what's happening here. Well, this is a watermelon. This is not a watermelon. Doesn't look like it, but okay, I'll just leave that be. But this watermelon's doing good. Look at this guy. He's starting to grow, and my theory is that it will start growing on the bottom here, and I'm gonna just let it go onto the grass, because the rest of these plants are okra, which are tall and they don't take that much space like on the ground. They just grow vertically more than horizontally. But as here I have some more watermelons growing, and I'm so excited for that. Here's a few of my okras. I'm not sure what's happening here. I think they might have gotten burned, but that doesn't make sense because okra love hot climates. So far, the plants have been doing pretty good. No major pest damage, but I think I've been seeing some signs of some pests visiting my garden. We are back at my big tomato bed and pepper bed, and right next to that I have my Brassica bed. Today I saw a butterfly here just flying around, and I've been trying to find any eggs because butterflies are pretty, but they are the ones that lay eggs for little caterpillars to come and eat all of your cabbages and brassicas, and in my case Brussels sprouts and broccolis. I found a few and I just killed them. Didn't even feel bad. Such a savage. But anyways, look at this guy. Last time I showed you, he was as big as my fingernail, and look at this. I think I'm going to go ahead and harvest this tomorrow because all of these little buds are actually flowers and some of them are opening up, so I need to harvest this before it goes and flowers, because after that it is no longer tasty. But not only do I have another one forming, look at this little baby, I have one more right over here and another one right over here. So I've been checking these guys pretty much every day because that is so exciting for me to know that I'm able to grow broccoli at this time of the year when the temperatures are in the 90s. And this bed is in the shade, and it's telling me that it's working. The shade is working for these plants. However, they are bolting soon, so I will be harvesting them. On the other hand, here are the eggplants. So I gave them a chance, and we have two strong survivors here and right over there. I have been thinking that I need to just go to a nursery and buy some eggplant plants because I do want to grow eggplants. I do like to cook them, but this is sad. I know they're trying, but I don't think anything will come out of it. Sorry guys. Next to my Brassica bed, I have my other bed where I sowed my lettuce, my spinach, my carrots, more kale, more herbs. Let me show you what's going on there. So here's my little flower corner, but look at this. My herbs are finally starting to come up, and I'm very excited. I've been waiting for this for a while now because I moved my herbs from my older garden beds here, but I really want more herbs. I definitely want more dill, preferably more parsley and chives. Chives are doing good, but I did sow some more chives over there. My oregano is taking off, so good to see. These are zinnias, and they're coming up nicely. My radishes are coming up pretty good. And then I've sowed some kale here, 2 different kinds of kale. This is dwarf kale, and I think this is the dinosaur leaf kale. The dinosaur leaf kale is struggling pretty bad, but the dwarf kale is doing pretty good. My Brussels sprouts here are doing really good. I'm gonna need to thin them out here soon. My arugula is coming up. Look at that. Amazing. My spinach is coming up as well. I'm excited for this. This spinach is quite heat tolerable, so I'm excited to have some spinach this summer. And my carrots are sort of coming up. They're here and there. They're sort of coming up. And then my lettuce, oh my goodness, 3rd time is the charm. I sowed this guy 3 times, and on the 3rd time, I think all of the seeds at once germinated. So, looking pretty good. And we have another rogue tomato that I did not have a heart to throw away. On to my last bed here. I have a few zucchinis that I sowed over here because I like zucchinis. My catnip is surviving, doing pretty good. My bok choy, I just separated it today, kind of spaced it out more, and they're doing pretty good here. Growing. More zinnias are coming up here. So exciting. I had a few sprouting potatoes that were just kind of laying in my pantry, so I put them over here. I think I have 4 or 5 just little purple and red potatoes, so that would be cool to see if they come up. I sprinkled some more beets here just the other day. We'll see what comes off of it. And then I think these are pumpkins or zucchini. We will see. More watermelons here. They're doing pretty good, getting their fuzzies on. Beets, they're doing all right. Some of them are struggling, but I got 2 beets. That's why I sowed a lot more over here in this area. And then huckleberries, guys. Look at these huckleberries. I've never once grown huckleberry, and they are covered in ants. Is that normal? What is happening? Are they farming aphids? Is that what's happening? Because I haven't seen any actual aphids. I just seen ants going up and down on it. I mean, it's flowering, so I don't know. This one has more flowers, but they are literally or just kind of beaten up. I'm not sure if I need to do anything or spray anything. Well, this is quite a short garden tour because not a lot has been happening, although there's a lot of growth. There's no fruit sets or anything like that. And so far, what I've been doing is fertilizing with fish emulsion and just watering, just regular watering. I'm looking into getting some straw mulch, hopefully soon for my garden, because I think some of my plants are struggling due to the extreme of super dry versus super wet. And that's not ideal. You don't want your plants to be going through that. So if you have an option of mulching, you should go ahead and mulch. I don't want to mulch with just, wood chips. I want to mulch with straw just because it is super beneficial. So I've been looking into that, and hopefully I will find something soon. If you have any recommendations, please leave them down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you on week 4 garden tour. Bye guys, go garden a little.